All right, Boys Room 6. So the past is dead. Let's do a little real time shit. Alex, I think, is having anxiety. So what's that? We're gonna try some just light self medication.
What do you call it?
No,
Yeah,
we were in the middle
Irish
of
self-medication.
yeah. See, now you said it on air. I didn't say it.
I'll say it on air. I have Irish lineage, so I can.
Yeah. Nah, we were recording the Boys Room. It literally just happened. And I was just like, I gotta stop. I don't feel right. I thought I was having a stroke. I don't think I'm having a stroke. I think I'm pretty confident.
Are you gonna stitch them together?
No,
Uh,
the other
that'd be
one's dead. I'm sorry. You know, you can't make it. You can't make it work. But God, I don't like to. I don't reflect on that because I just didn't look right. I was also looking at myself in the recording. I was like, you don't look right. You don't look. You look nervous.
you just when you take our technical difficulties thing that I made, you just just go "Beep" for a second, and then we come back into the next.
Maybe it's very hard for me to stitch videos together, also because I'm not good at it. You need to remember these things. The Boys Room's simple. The video's dead. It's gone forever. I've burned it. You're frozen. Tyler. Tyler, you son of a bitch. Come back. This, I'm going to leave. There you are. Get the
Now
fuck
you're
back
back.
here. No, you left, not me. It was
You
you.
left.
No, you left. You're on Wi-Fi. I'm plugged in.
Oh, yeah, that is very true. I am
Yeah,
on
so
Wi-Fi.
so you don't do this. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the Boys Room. I restarted this because this is the content that you pay for. This is the Boys Room, is the two boys unfiltered, no script. And you know what? You know why we're not going to use the other ones? Because it sounded too much
Dog
like
just shit himself.
See,
Smells awful in here.
yes. I'm back. I'm not dying. I'm not having a stroke. I don't think. Maybe I need to take my hat off. I feel like my head. Maybe there's a lot of pressure.
You're overheating.
Do I look weird with hair, man?
Did you get a haircut? It looks
No.
soft.
No. I just
Maybe
have.
I'm just used. You always have like a bandana, I guess.
It's long now. It's like legitimately. Oh, you haven't seen? It rolls. It flows now. This is what it looks like now.
You got that like '90s sitcom older brother look. You know, all the older brothers had that haircut.
Yeah, they had a sick room with their own phone. Yeah,
Oh yeah, with like a an escape fucking fire escape ladder out of like a single
yes.
family dwelling residential home.
That's where
in the
Drake
suburbs.
Bell, dude. Drake Bell, he'd bring in fucking bitches to like. I remember on Drake and Josh, you know, he'd be like, "Oh, you make out with this chick?" Like, Drake is having unprotected sex with all of these women. Like, all right, I feel better. This makes you feel better. Boys Room.
Boys room.
We had the oh yeah, I forgot we did the world premiere of the video. Maybe I'll splice that together. But they'll post it on YouTube. Those fuckers are gonna have to see it. They have to roll with the punches. Just like I have
You got
to.
you got to see it.
I
You
got to
know,
see it, which is the most
you did
important.
cry. You know, you did have a good laugh.
God damn, that fucking video is so fucking funny. You get it, like like you get it. I feel without even, and you're not tainted because you don't watch a lot of YouTube content. So it's like it's still so Tyler. It's still like a little, like a little uncanny, a little off. It's such funny ways, but it's so perfect.
Not a perfectionist.
No,
So,
no,
I almost
in an opposite
I,
way. It snaps. It's
yeah.
too tight. Everything is too tight. Like in a good way. For how long it is. Like a lot of videos, just like it's a lot of. It's not as much quick snaps, which is
Yeah.
it keeps you engaged in what you're
I am
watching.
very much the quick snaps. I remember
Don't change.
making videos with like Sean where I was making a video and I made the same kind of setup. It was just like, and maybe it's because I'm a drummer, so it was like on beat, change, 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 change.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, you can like stack things and overlap them and like they'll flow together. And I was like, no flow, only ADD.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. And you know what I'm thinking? I just decided this now. We should put the video up here a day early for the patrons, and then like we can even maybe like tease it today and then post it tomorrow because I feel like it's a good enough video to warrant like, hey, we're actually dropping something really neat tomorrow.
Yeah,
I would give it that. Like the other ones are really good too. I'm not saying they weren't
I know
worthy
what you
of
mean.
were they praised. Yeah, yeah. But like this one was like next level. Like it was like holy shit, this is a heavy bit.
For 4 minutes 20 seconds.
It's 422. So I say we do that. I say as soon as we finish up here, I'll post that on the Patreon. Be like, hey, you guys are getting this a day early. We should do that with every clip. We should make that a Patreon thing. You get the clips a day early.
Yeah.
That just seems like
You
a
do
cool.
that.
I just like dude, the people who've laid it down, all 5 of you know who you are. I don't need to do that bullshit grandstanding. It's a bit.
Hold on. I need 60 seconds.
No, that's my couch gag. I'm a character. M3, I'm not really. The Wallog, that's me. And then
Yeah.
Boys Room.
I listened to the Wallog.
I'm doing one today. And thank God I'm not having a stroke, so I can do one.
Yeah, I did two episodes.
The Metal Gear one I really love doing.
Yeah. I listened to the first one, which was obviously my favorite because the first half hour is just like
about how cool you
vamping on me.
You're a piece of shit. And I don't like you.
Dogs are just fist fighting. Okay, I'm putting the dogs out again. I always try and let them hang out with me.
Yeah, no, then they fuck you over every single fucking time.
Come on.
They fuck us both over. I'm gonna grandstand about these 2 dogs while you're gone. So if you guys listen to the background ever, these 2 dogs used to terrorize us in the main room while we did the podcast. And we eventually we built the boys hall. I just had a brief I had a brief summary of the dogs used to torture us in the first couple weeks of the podcast.
Oh yeah,
and the boys, you know what I mean?
Have to take off their jingle jangles.
Oh god, that was torturous. All right, I'm feeling a lot better. Actually, I took took 2 sips of that Truly, and I feel all the way better. I'm like, okay,
I drink with you, but I'm on medication and I have to go have a mouth surgery today.
I shouldn't be doing this. This isn't normal. I'm just getting older. I gotta kind of come to terms, like, every now and again I have to do old man stuff, like Gran Torino stuff. Like,
Gran Torino stuff.
Drink Paps on my front lawn, and that fucking. I can't believe I used to like that movie. You want to talk about grandstanding? Do you want to talk about grandstanding? That fucking movie is, look at how not racist I am, but I'm still pretty fucking racist. Like, that's what Gran Torino is. It's really just, I'm old, but I can kick ass, and I'm also kind of not racist. Look, I like whatever these people are. Like, that's
a movie for your grandpa.
Yeah, it's your grandpa movie.
To feel okay about still saying slurs,
or 16-year-olds who think being Republican's cool and like haven't really figured out that
it's hip.
The reason that people hate you in high school, it's like that's not fun. That's no, I was never actually like out and proud about it. I wasn't parade Republican,
So, great.
I wasn't convention Republican.
I don't know if you noticed, but in the video, I actually put your face on a lot of Mitt Romney's body.
Whoa, God damn it. So that's what it is. That's who that is. Okay. I think that makes sense that my character should be my face on Mitt Romney's body.
I tried to find like photos where there'd be like a couple photos of the same person in different poses, but it's kind of hard to find. But Mitt Romney had like 6 photos sitting at a desk in different like hand poses and just like, so I was like, oh, fuck yes.
For some reason, so the Mandela effect, to me, I've never experienced it like on the other, but apparently it does exist. Like, apparently people swore up and down that Mitt Romney came out to the stage at like the Republican National Convention, dancing like Gangnam Style, like doing the fucking dance. Yeah, people swore up and down that shit happened.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the closest.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, the closest ever was like he did this weird dance at a concert. Somebody deep faked his face on Psy's body in the live performance. It's fucking great. All right. God. Yeah. So Boys Room. We're gonna go. Let's go back to our regularly scheduled thing. The first thing was pretty much just us watching the thing. So take these things and put it to the topics. Top story. Caps lost. Wah, soft baby daddies. We don't play booties and daddies.
Actually, Tom Wilson I think he just redid his contract not that long ago. I hope Tom Wilson is like a big contract sign, but this year's Ovi.
I hope he gets sent to fucking.
Burp count,
dude. Send it in, dude. Send the burp count down. I hope Alex Ovechkin and Tom Wilson get sent to fucking Phoenix and resurrect that hockey market and you know what I mean, just change hockey forever and like bring the cup to the desert for like 10 years.
Oh god.
Ovi becomes a player manager. Nick Backstrom comes over.
Vegas will They might bring it to the desert, you know.
They got that expansion team luck. That's gonna run out. Like
I'm interested to see. We got a new the Seattle Kraken.
The Kraken are gonna They're gonna go to the semi. They're gonna be number 2. They're gonna lose to the Rangers.
The Rangers are
in 4 games. The Rangers
just,
are gonna win 16 straight postseason games, guys. It's gonna be crazy. They're all gonna be on steroids.
They're gonna need an amazing rebuild to win anything coming up.
God, all right, not a hockey podcast, but it could be whatever the fuck we want it to be. It's the boys' room.
Yeah.
All right, so the top story in topics, go ahead and pop it there because it won't let me put it. Maybe it will. Caps lose. Caps. All right. No, I don't want it underlined. You got to type in there. I cannot fucking handle this shit. This centered, underlined, unbelievably disgusting life that you live. You live in squalor and filth. I'm a glutton. I'm a glutton for making videos. I want to plug the videos because we really gotta. YouTube is gonna help us. YouTube is gonna save us, dude. It's gonna turn us into men.
Caps lost. Okay, so we got Caps lost as number 1.
Yes, and I'm like leading in. That's opening bit. We can't handle it. Postseason disappointment. That's the fucking one thing that I saw getting thrown around, and I just can't. I can't go that hard on it. But like. Postseason disappointment. Like, listen to that fucking sentence that you're saying. First world fucking problems.
Hey, we look. Oh my god! One of the games, the only goal that the Caps scored was by accident, and technically Boston scored it. Ov like broke his stick, and the puck just kind of like whiffed into one of their. I think it was like I forget which player. It whiffed into his stick, and he put it in his own net. So we didn't even score.
It's called yeah, exactly. It's called being an average team. It happens, and it's okay. It's even good in some places. Are you kidding me? Like, dude, if Buffalo went into the playoffs, they're like my lip. Like, I've been using them so much. It's like, listen, I even went to the Capitals Facebook comment section. I was like, this comment section is what happens when you little bitches get spoiled. Like, I didn't say it like that because you get banned, but I was like, this is being spoiled. You guys are soft daddies and need real pain.
You soft daddies.
Yes, you all are soft daddies. Okay, I plugged the Patreon wrong. That's great. I fucking spent so much time grandstanding, and I did a whole episode where I got the whole fucking.
That's the funniest fucking thing.
I plug it like 4 times, and it's all wrong. The M3, I have no fucking idea. And then do I go back and listen to it again? Like, have I always done that? This is the first time I'm noticing it.
Maybe that's why people haven't been able to sign up.
It's in the links everywhere. What fucking no? Nobody goes like, okay, let me type it in. No one does that. They go to the links. They have to.
Yeah.
I want to believe that the Patreon is wrong. The Patreon is wrong. It is right, but it's right in everything I've posted. It's wrong when I said it all last episode. Reality Queens. I want to touch on the possibility of the show, and that's like talking about doing that project is main feed material, because essentially what that should be is like, guys, we remembered, we found a treasure trove in the places to watch it. That 2000s reality television dating shows.
So good. There's so many good ones. Oh my god,
incredible ones. And it's just like that's a lot. That's a lot of content.
Rewatching Rock of Love has been amazing. And then we just finished Daisy of Love.
Yo, you guys are banging through this shit.
Yeah.
You guys are banging through this. Oh my goodness.
Daisy of Love was just one season, and then there was no reunion show. Fucked.
There was no. Yeah,
how do you not have a reunion show?
Well, because nobody watched that fucking show.
Yeah, that one did. We didn't even finish watching season 3 of Rock of Love.
You know, you would need to, because season 3 is not. That felt like just a. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's just an act at that point.
Yeah, it just didn't.
Season 1 was raw. Nobody knew the potential. Nobody knew it was going to happen.
2 is still, but then 2 is like, we know the potential, and then they just like, let's go fucking crazy. And then 3, it just became a parody of itself. Because I remember 3.
Yeah.
Guess why? Like, I remember a lot of the 2s. Like, I don't know if they did a 3rd Flavor of Love, but I remember the 2nd Flavor of Love. It's always different. It always goes raw, and then let's go fucking crazy. Like, let's give these girls cocaine. Um,
Everybody's banging.
yeah, like for real, and like God, go for it, I guess. But those were
Okay.
just orgy shows. Like, when you really think about it, there was
It's
no
funny, like in
way.
the first season of Rock of Love, they don't even really acknowledge necessarily that anybody's messing around with Bret Michaels, and then like the second season, it's just
Yeah,
it's
everyone's
it's
fucking.
out there, and then like the third. I haven't watched the third season, but I assume they're just like because it's just on a bus. I assume it's just like the Bang Bus.
Oh, it's like it's all out of. I don't think I remember watching. They do the whole season on a bus.
Yeah, yeah, they're on tour because he
Oh,
was just like
Rock of Love
he's like I
on
was
tour.
trying to find he's trying to find love, but he put everybody in a house. And he's like that's not my life. My life is on a bus. I gotta find somebody who will ride or die with me on a
That's
bus.
that's fucking
Would you
fun.
be my rock of love? Yeah.
These shit just. I think I can remember. Do you remember what else I was excited about besides getting a fucking ring light? I hate I have to reset my fucking face. So let me try some. Get an alternate angle in the boys' room.
Oh,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
look, we get a taste of your room now.
This is yeah, I know. That's weird. It makes me look way chunkier and like nerdier. Nah, we're gonna go straight on. Let's not like look right at the camera from this weird. Like I'm in the dark
Then
now.
but yeah, now you get a good like half light, half dark.
Yeah, it makes it so much worse. I'm an audio creator, so
Yeah,
y'all,
it's okay.
you dirtbags are lucky you get this much.
It's okay. I have a light right above me, so I get a nice sheen.
Fuck bus extreme. That show.
Bus.
All right, so yeah, we're definitely gonna have to, and that needs to include Callie. It has, like, that's its own
She's
thing.
got a lot to say.
But like, here's how I envision that, and run this by Big K. All right, K Dog. I think you don't like split a series up into episodes. You do one episode on one full season, like Rock of Love season one episode. It may be 2.5, 3 hours. Like, that's our game night.
Yeah.
Like, we just sit. We'll get the mic set up good, and like it doesn't matter. Like, it's loose. Like, let's just go off. Like, let the conversation be what it needs to be. Let's have that 30-minute discussion about Daisy that goes back and forth.
Sometimes you need to.
And sometimes, like, personal insults make it levied around. Like,
It'll be fine.
pictures may be pulled up.
I want to like almost like chop together like there's probably like a best of reel. Like we just like put that up on like a TV screen so we can like jog memories and stuff.
Oh yeah. And then that is also, again, it's a big giant roast of which you can make delicious content, like just algorithm loving content. Because the big thing is make make a good title, and then the double slash, and then the title. I do M3 premium clip, M3 clip. If we do anything that's not mainline, you just gotta put the title of whatever it is, like reality queens clip. But you kind of try to make a good title that relates to the thing you're talking about, but that's also original and humorous, and then put the right tags in. I'm getting it. I'm getting how that stupid fucking YouTube works, and I want to be one of the ones that like monetize. That's the cool thing about like the videos that we make. We're pretty good with like fair use. We use a lot of stock images. We use a lot of the original pictures of us, original audio. Like that's YouTube friendly shit. So I'm looking to roll with that. But reality queens, I want to just talk about 2000s reality television, like this overview, and then we'll kind of just be like, I feel like it's like Callie. She seems pretty on board with it. She seems like pretty fucking down.
She's wanted to come and bust in on us a couple times. She has a lot to say about Andrew WK.
Well, we gotta
reality shows.
Yeah, we gotta get her on. We gotta get
in general.
We gotta get a yeah. Well, we gotta get it. Yeah, because we're fucking stupid. We need like the third person to come in and be like, so these two idiots.
So I don't know if you noticed, but I took something out of the video, where I had that joke about like unpaid like child labor laws and stuff.
Oh my!
Where I insinuated that the mayor had like was abusing children.
And I did see that. Yes, yeah.
Callie's like, you should take that out. You probably shouldn't like throw accusations around that the mayor is forcing children to make jam for the city.
Go with that. See, she got you doing the the disclaimer for us, and then that. See, that's what
Yeah.
that's what keeps you could die with the bit, but it's
Yeah.
it's better. It's cool not to have to. Like
I left the kids in. I just took out the
you let the kids
actual
say,
text
Refocus.
vaulting at.
stupid fucking camera. There it is. No, see I have a nice fancy camera now, and I have to cover up this stupid fucking thing. It pisses me off so much. I'm going to the manager.
Good blackout curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the your apartment manager.
Hold on. No, I read
Demand.
we read it from a friend. Hold on. Live on the air. Help me out with something. All right. Extreme Home Makeover. Tyler, tell me if this looks better. All right.
Oh my gosh.
If I did this.
Let's see what he does.
I hung this
I don't think he can hear me.
here.
All right, everybody. We're gonna place bets. Guaranteed it falls down. Right?
It's real dark.
Now it's his whack off cave.
Now it's darkness.
The
Okay.
darkness in the whack off
And then you
cave.
return to light.
Oh God, that is bright. Oh
So you see,
Yeah.
I can't win.
yeah. So well, you ring light, blackout curtain.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
But-
Oh, it's a dog.
I know, there's Millie. But until then, I just make the audio content and I look delicious on Twitch. I have a nice
It's
Twitch
fine.
screen. Have you seen what the log looks like? The video of it?
No, I don't think I just listened to it while I was working.
No, it's good. It looks pretty cool. It's just
does.
like it's like one. It's like 3/5 of the screen is me, and then the other side is just like
Just
the
a little-
chat box. And
It's a little compromise. Yeah.
oh, it's a little. It's a kid experiment. I can't show it to you right now. Fred, you can't see.
That's okay. I'll check it out.
Hey,
I
fuck
forced an entire household to listen to your vlog.
No, god damn it. Don't do that. Assholes do that. Pieces of garbage make other people listen to podcasts. Don't fucking do that. It's about Metal Gear. Who wants to hear that shit? No one should. No one should. Bad people should. I'm going to do one today. I'm going to do it about I'm trying to pick the singular topic. I'm thinking I'm going to either doing body, my body, like my eye, my tits and my ass and my king of the hill ass. Just how I don't look right. I don't look right. Like nothing looks right. Everything's built off. It's very much like, it's like wiffle cricket. Everything's just a little off.
This little, what kind of toucher are you? Front, back, long?
I love everything about wiffle cricket. Makes me so fucking happy.
Gotta get out there on the tough.
We
Yeah.
got to get out of the tuft real fucking soon.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll put that in. So we'll log. I'll think about that today. So we have Caps Loss, Patreon is wrong, Reality Queens, Cicadas. Fuck yeah, dude. Cicadas is yes. I'm down to put Cicadas in the main show. That's like that's fuck Cicadas. I don't care.
I can hear them right now. They're so fucking loud in my house.
Mm.
I'm
not around as many woods. Bowie, there's a
Yeah.
shit ton of like little mini woods.
Well, so we have like the woods kind of in the back of the neighborhood, and like 2 days ago, you could hear them, but they're still a good distance away. And every day it's been coming like closer and
Right.
closer. And now they're like up on us. And I got 3 big trees in my front yard, and they are covered, and the dogs are going crazy. And Rigel won't stop eating them, and it's giving him horrible gas.
Oh,
Oh my!
can you imagine?
Because it's nothing but like
cicada gas, man. That's fucked
It's-
up.
it's nothing but like they're high protein, I think high fiber, because they're not they're not bad to eat because all they do is eat like the protein from tree roots. So like your dog can eat them, but good God, he is so gassy. I actually cut back his normal dog food because he eats so many cicadas. I'm just
That's
like, nah, man.
ridiculous. That's insane. See, these are invaders, and they should be dealt with as such. Like, fuck these little shits. They don't contribute anything. Like, what do they do to the ecosystem, the balance? We should burn them out.
I posed this question the other day, and somebody said that it's a feast for what, like they're like next year, I guess birds are going to be there. Now the bird population will boom because there's so much to eat. I don't know.
Great, more birds.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, do we need more? Like,
Were we running low?
yeah, or are we low? We're not low on fucking people. You know.
I don't know. I got a birdhouse and there's no birds in it, so
So whenever I see
I guess we're
someone
running
who's
low.
like, not
It's a
like
bad neighborhood though.
listen, while I may like shit on people who are like the aggressive, militant, tanky version of child free, Anyone who's just straight up child free, good fucking on you. There's enough fucking children. I've had 2. I'm sorry. I love them both. But like I'm gonna tell them like let's pump it down. Like, 2 each. That's cool. Don't have 8. Don't do that. Anne Arundel County's big enough. But the ones who are actively on Reddit, who I don't think we talked about them. That's like that missed B-sides. That's
We
C-sides.
we touched them on B-sides, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, still fuck those insane people. But
Yeah.
All right. So reality queens.
I went to somewhere in Anne Arundel County yesterday. What's the garden place? I can't think what it's called.
Homestead Gardens.
Yeah, and it's fun. I hadn't been in Anne Arundel County since they lifted the mask mandate, so it was wild walking in and like, oh yeah, that's right. They're not requiring it, so it's kind of like it was like half and half. Some employees wore them. A lot of employees had the mask, but still wore them as chin diapers. I didn't understand. It's like just make the commitment.
Yeah,
either do or don't.
But it's just like if maybe it's like I'm vaccinated, but like I'll throw it up if you need it. That's the new. Oh, we should. Do you want to be basic and talk about masks on the next episode? We can have some fun with it. We might as well do masks. Yeah. And this is in no particular order, so put masks below reality queens. I want to put as many topics in because like I don't know how. I think the down the toilet bowl is going to get pretty aggressive. I don't know. Have you heard? Have I ever told you too much about it? I feel like this would have been a story I shared.
You told me about it, and I went and watched it.
Okay, because it's legitimately fucking insane. Like there's hours of interviews I'm gonna have to watch to get ready, like just so I have all the information.
Oh, love it. Yeah, in case everybody doesn't know, we are flip-flopping this week, so that because we also got to record the Charles Manson thing.
Which I've listened to. If you have notes ready, that first song is really good. I felt really weird. I was like, this is a good song.
It's just like it's not a bad album,
Some of the shit, the quality's garbage, but like, there was some of the songs are pretty catchy.
Well, one of them's a Beach Boys song, so
that's weird. All right, that freaks me out. That's close. That's too close, man. You're too close.
He was friends with the Beach Boys.
I do know that. Yeah, Charles Manson was fucking wild, man.
So I gotta do some. That's tomorrow morning. I'll make some notes. I'm so behind. This video sent me behind. I don't have any like Crofton stuff made.
Well, that's why I'm you know what? I'm glad the video is gonna help us. I really do, and I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna work hard to get it all algorithmed out on YouTube. I'm gonna try. But that's what I'll do down the toilet bowl this week. So we'll talk about this. We've been on it for about 30 minutes, so I'd like to get on for maybe another 5-10. Give them a little preview about this week. So we're breaking promises. We're breaking the walls down and breaking promises. We are a wrestling podcast for at least 20 minutes. No, I promise. It's not.
Good story.
It's a fucking incredible story. So I am a huge wrestling fan. We don't hide it. One thing I don't think we've talked about a lot. I trained to be a pro wrestler for 3 months. Then I had to stop, which fucking sucked. But I legitimately did it. Felt it. Had a match or two that were like they were legit, but they were in front of just the students. Mm-hmm. I really want to go back, but then I fell out of shape horribly. There was a point in time when I was in pretty good shape. It was like 2018, and it didn't help that I just left music and still didn't have a job yet. I still was like floated between that. Michelle's like, all right, we can't. And it was that. And then I don't really tell other people. So I bonked my head. And I got a concussion, and that sucked.
Slow you down. 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. So, and I was never that smart to begin with. But again, I would have been fine. But it was cool. It was a good experience. But anyway, I have this one story about something that none of you, so you all who are watching here, if you ever liked wrestling at any point, you stopped watching in 2001. I understand. Maybe you hung on till 2002. Maybe you were crazy and you hung on till 2003. That's good for you. You're tough, double tough. But you left. It's okay. It's okay. I stood alone, and I accepted that. But what you probably remember is obviously there's the Monday Night Wars, WWF, WCW. Monday Nitro, Monday Raw. Well, WCW lost eventually after sucking ass for a really long time. And, that kind of disappeared. And a lot of the more famous people got picked up by the big leagues. But then the others, they still kicked around. They were still there. They were still doing shit. This other company opened up in 2002, believe it or not, like a year afterwards. And the name is as bad as it sounds. It's called TNA.
Which I thought was a joke name.
And it's
Like-
not. I mean, it was a fucking joke name. So again, all the
Was it on Spike?
yes, and that was his most
That's
popular
why
time.
that's why it's called TNA.
No. So even that, so we'll give a little B-sides, boys, because I'm gonna try to make this like really tight when I do. I'm gonna try to type it up like you do and read it out. Essentially, just explain like, all right, so hey, do you remember when you stopped watching wrestling and WCW sucked? Well, those same brilliant minds started something else that So TNA, all the raunchy shit that you remember watching in the 90s. Think WWF, think the raunchy shit that you saw. That was mostly a guy named Vince Russo, who was the head writer for a long time. Vince Russo jumped ship to WCW in 1999, something like that, during the whole war thing, to bring his brand of bullshit raunchiness to WCW. Except over there was no one there to tell him no to anything. Anything. One of the common things would be like in WWF, Vince Russo would have 24 terrible ideas, and the 25th idea would be pretty good, something that could be tweaked, by a group of people, and Vince loved it. I can go into he's very, very unliked. He, little sidebar, was the person who made the decision to make David Arquette the world champion in WCW. Story for another day.
The actor?
Yes, if you're not aware, yes, he was the world champion at one point.
Didn't he do a movie
Yes,
about wrestling?
yes.
What was that movie called?
Ready to Rumble.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Boys at the movies. You want to know? All right, dude. It was bad. 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 It was one of the things that led to that
Was
company.
it him and like Sean William Scott or something like that? Who was the other guy?
I can't. It's just some fucking guy and had
I'm looking it
WCW
up.
people.
I have to know.
You need to know. Go look this movie up. It's absolutely atrocious, and it's David Arquette's been in some good shit. And I will say, sidebar, David Arquette came back to wrestling 3 years ago and redeemed himself in a very big way on the indie scene. He almost died in a death match. That actually happened. But this is all many things that I will save for, maybe I'll save for other down the toilet bowls. This one's going to be, I think, down the Hardy hole. Because
Down the article.
Yeah.
Scott Can. That's
who was it? Okay, yeah. It was very
Scott Can.
it was like
I've
a
seen him in,
PG it was like a PG American Pie movie. Like it didn't work.
he was a roadie for Cypress Hill in House of Pain.
That's really cool for him. I'm really happy for him. Really glad he made it. I'm really glad. Yeah, so Ready to Rumble is an atrocious movie, and they tied it in to a fledgling wrestling company that deserved what was coming to it. That absolutely deserved to die. And it did. It was bought by WWF, and that's a whole thing that we can get into another day. Might save that for, again. There might be down, Alex's hole here. It's some pretty good stories.
Down the a-hole?
Yeah, down the a-hole. There it is. That'll get us deplatformed pretty quick. So, funny enough, like people like Kevin Nash, Goldberg, people like that, you probably remember, they didn't go over right away during the buyout because WWF bought WCW, but they just bought the assets, the name, and some of the contracts. They bought the assets. The contracts, most of the contracts were Time Warner, because Warner, the network that they were on, were actually the owners of the company. If you look like WWF, Vince owns it, and it's a publicly traded company. It's not owned by the USA Network. In this case, the Turner Networks owned this company, and they wanted to get rid of it. So they just bought the company, the assets. A lot of these people got paid to sit at home for a fucking year and just collect the check and didn't need to come over. Others, like one of our main antagonists here, Jeff Jarrett. I don't know if you remember him, guitar guy.
I remember Jeff Jarrett, yeah.
So he was publicly fired the night that Vince bought WCW, or like the night that they announced it. Vince literally said on the air, like, y'all remember Jeff Jarrett? So she's like, fuck that guy. He's fired. And I'm getting all of my wrestling deep dive shit out here now because I'm not doing it on the main feed. I'm not running people off. People, you've paid money to be here. I know you won't leave. This stemmed from Jeff Jarrett left WWF, I think in 99. Literally, just through like miscommunications, Jeff Jarrett was the Intercontinental Champion the night his contract expired. The next day, his contract was going to be gone, and he was supposed to wrestle Chyna, if you remember. Very popular female wrestler, but real pioneer. You can make all the jokes you want, but everyone does porn now, so don't be such a bitch. Jeff Jarrett showed up that night and said, "Hey Vince, I'm gonna need $250,000, or I'm not going out there." And of course, he's going to WCW the next fucking week, so he doesn't want to go with the belt. So he's like, he pays him. He gives him the $250,000. Essentially, he's a fucking ransom. He ransoms it, does the match, drops the belt, leaves. He comes back like he came back a year ago to be in the Hall of Fame. Like that's how long it took to patch this shit.
Oh wow!
Like yeah, it was so bad. Again, Jeff Jarrett had nowhere to work, so he started TNA. That long story short, Jeff Jarrett started TNA because he had nowhere to work because he had been fired publicly on the air. He's like, I'm not picking that monkey's contract up. That's how TNA was born.
Okay.
What was your question?
No, you talked about dropping the belt, and I was like, wasn't there somebody like famous who stole the championship belt and went to the WCW with it? Like took it?
Kind of. No, that's the Montreal Screwjob.
Okay. I was like, I thought somebody
they had to keep it. So there's two. So Medusa, who not a wrestling podcast, but fuck it, we're diving in. Learn your trivia with me. Medusa was the WWF Women's Champion in like 96 or 97. Mm-hmm. She was Alundra Blaze in the WWF. And they let her contract expire with the belt. Again, like you notice there's a theme here. Like there's lots of... It wasn't this corporate powerhouse that it was today. It was like a mom and pop fuck up shop. Like they just would make mistakes all the time. And her contract expired. She went over to WCW. They convinced her to bring the belt and drop it in the trash can on TV. And she did.
Yes. I think that was the one I remembered.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one was when Bret Hart's contract was set to expire the day after he had the belt still. Just terrible management. And then they screwed him on TV. They had a fake finish, which is, a big fucking deal. Bret Hart didn't come back for 15 years or whatever it was. Anywho, so that's a very long way around to Jeff Jarrett starts TNA. And that is where every fucking bit of WCW 2000s mid-card and below bullshit, fuckery, disgrace to the fucking art was allowed to fester. But also some really cool stuff. There was some interesting stuff there. It was like 25% really interesting cool stuff, 75% just like these old washed up dudes. It was bad.
Doing their best. They're just getting up and getting after it.
They were just getting up, getting after it. But the thing about it was they kept living. They kept going. They wouldn't die. They spent 2 years from 2002 to 2004. Literally, it would cost $10 a week to watch the show. $10 a week to watch a weekly pay-per-view. That's how much.
Oh.
Burp count. Yep.
They weren't on TV?
Nope. For two whole years. From 2002 to 2004, they were strictly on pay-per-view. Weekly pay-per-views that cost $9.99.
So if you got to be a dedicated fan.
Yeah, but again, there was no wrestling. It all died. ECW was dead. WCW was dead. It's all gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. It just left one day. It really did. In the span of a couple of months, it went from you had everything, super options, and to nothing. Mm-hmm. It's like imagine having all 4 sports leagues, and all of a sudden, it's just the NFL. Deal with it. That's what you got. And you like sports. So you'll probably still watch it, but then you'll eventually stop because it doesn't interest you. And it's bullshit. Yeah. And it's not as cool as hockey.
You need good competition. You need competition.
You do. Exactly. And that's why everything started to suck. That's why you don't watch anymore. And it's why I hope you watch again. There's competition. I won't get too deep in it. So TNA starts. They're not on TV for 2 years. They do get a TV deal eventually. They're on Fox Sports. Then they go up to Spike, which kind of really fucking good for them. They're on Spike for a while. And that's when shit got fucking crazy and weird. So Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are hired. And they decide, for some reason, to run head-to-head on Monday nights against Raw. Again, just like, let's give it a fucking shot. It's horrifically stupid. Horrifically stupid. This
Why would you
company,
do that?
dude, it's you can go into it for so long. We'll talk off air, so like, because that's when I can really convince you. Like, let me show you some things. Let me show you this. You know, like this is why
Yeah.
people don't respect me. So they just completely they showed up. It almost felt like they were double agents there to run into the ground, which is really bad. All the homegrown talent pushed to the back, all the ex WWE old guys pushed to the front. This brings us to Victory Road 2011. It's a TNA pay-per-view. I don't have the time and the date in front of me. I will have this on the show. This is where I'm trying to mirror more of what the Hardy hole is going to be like. Jeff Hardy, who has been fired numerous times from WWE for drug-related offenses, and this is his second stint in TNA. He had to go there in 2004 after being fired for drugs. And dude, this guy was on top of the world. He won the world title in WWE in 2008. Like, was doing shit. Fired for drugs.
Oh,
Fired
good for him.
Yeah,
That must have been,
fired for
I
for
don't think I
DUIs.
saw him. I don't think I saw either of the brothers after, like, probably literally 2001. So they're still like just doing the tag team thing.
No, yeah, they kind of both went off their own separate ways. Honestly, 2001 was they had a couple mini runs, but they both mostly went their own separate ways, very different paths, which was cool actually. Jeff Hardy, his path did include a lot of DUIs consistently. He loved to drive drunk, still does. Kind of weird. It's kind of weird. You think he'd stop that by now?
No.
But he also liked to shoot heroin.
Can't do that.
And do opioids. So Victory Road 2011 in a world title match, the TNA world title. Who do you think? What young whippersnapper do you think is defending his world title against Jeff Hardy in 2011? Who do you think is the young stud representing this company as its heavyweight champion? That's right. It's 54-year-old Sting. That's correct.
The Crow guy?
Yeah, you heard correctly. The 54-year-old Crow guy.
He was still wrestling. I thought he left wrestling like before I started watching wrestling.
In 6 days, I will be purchasing a pay-per-view in which he is wrestling a match on at 62 years old.
God.
This guy's metal. So he wasn't 54 at the time. He was actually probably 52. Excuse me. So, what happens? What happens in this glorious match? Well, apparently, Jeff Hardy decided to shoot up before the show, just like really get himself nice and smacked up. But the geniuses, kind of led by Eric Bischoff here, took one look at him and were like, he's probably still good to go, right? This is probably going to work. So the match, ding, ding, ding. Let's introduce the people. Jeff Hardy's horrible entrance music that he recorded himself plays. They let these people do whatever the fuck they wanted in TNA. TNA was M3.
Made their own music.
Dude, he had his own. They let him do whatever the fuck they want. They wrote their own. There was no control. It's just a spectrum. WWE's too much control. TNA, it's too much. It's like they just let them do drugs and write their own shit and never.
These people
wrestle.
are brain damaged. You can't let them make all the
cannot. You
decisions.
cannot look at what Jeff Hardy's done to himself. Are you kidding me? You let that man no. So, and I'm sorry, Jeff, but you still keep getting DUI. So I'm not okay with you. He got a DUI a year ago. No, sorry, that's like the 6th one. You're a weapon now. You're not a person. You're a weapon. So he comes out first, and I think did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
So you hear his horrible entrance music just playing for a while, and the camera just pans on the entrance. The smoke's coming out for like 15, 20 seconds. There's nothing.
It did seem like an extensively long entrance.
And it is. It was definitely way too long. Just like kind of hanging like, all right, here we go. And then Jeff,
did he fall asleep backstage?
He probably, nodded off on his way through the smoke.
He probably thought he was running, but he was just like.
He goes out. Yeah, he comes out. He comes out on the other side of it, and he's. Should I pull up since we're doing boys' room? Like I could pull the video up with no sound for reference to kind of like give them an idea.
You can. I do have to head out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I do have my dentist appointment coming up.
Anyway, sorry. No, grandstanding about wrestling. No. We won't do this.
I know. I gave you some room.
Well,
and
you know
you're
what
running
the thing
with
is? I'm looking at the recording. It says 40 minutes. I forgot that we did 10 minutes and then I had an anxiety attack. So I'm totally forgetting where I am time-wise. I thought I was good. But anyway, long story short, I will save this for the episode. Matt
There you
Hardy,
go.
Jeff Hardy is high as fucking heroin. Sting comes out like a disappointed dad.
Did he whoop his ass?
Pretty much. Eric Bischoff has to come out, kind of on the fly, talk to both guys like, Sting, I need you to kind of, you got to just beat him. The bell rings. The match goes 45 seconds with Sting grabbing Jeff Hardy by the back of his head, pulling his hair down. Jeff actually does like, fuck. And Sting kind of does that scorpion death drop, drops his ass on his fucking head, kind of curls him up for a pin. Jeff still tries to like get out too. And that's it.
Nope.
Yep, high on heroin. I will have more information on the next edition of M3. Sorry for keeping you, sir. Thank you for being here.
No, it was good. I was thoroughly. I just looked at the time and I was like, oh, I need to take a shower before I go to the dentist.
See what happens? Why we don't usually allow me to talk about this kind of shit, and why we're gonna save it
because you're able to
layer.
jump. I'll do that. I'll do that with like some history stuff with Callie sometimes, where I'll just be like, oh well, the happened to this led to this and this and this.
Because it all ties together, man. It's all But that's it. Boys Room, you've made it. This was a nice beefy Boys Room. 47 minutes. We love you. We're here for you.
And then throw that video up for them too.
No plugs. Yes, and I will. They get the video day early. Lovely. Goodbye. Boys Room. Ba-ba-da-da-da.
Ba-ba-da.